Ma'am, now you can start.
Start.
Good morning, everybody. Present over here, I, Sangram Kasarioja, along with my group members, are there to present our English activity on the topic Evans Tries and O Level, written by Colin Dexter. Before going to the chapter, I like to throw some lines about the author, Norman Colin Dexter. Born on 29 September 1930 and died 21 March 2017. He was an English crime writer known for his Inspector Morse series of novels, which were written between 1975 and 1999 and adapted as an ITV television series. Inspector Morse from 1987 to 2000. He has written many books such as Last Boss of Woodstock, The Remorseful Day, etc. He has a brother named John Dexter. As you can see in the screen there, these are the books, some books written by Colin Dexter. Before starting this chapter, I like to introduce about this chapter. Evans Tries an O-Level is a story of criminal named Evans. In this story, Colin Dexter shows how an individual is able to take the entire police department with his cleverness and integrity. Now I request Satyam to carry on.
Thank you, Sangram. Good morning, ma'am and fellow friends. This is Satyam Sastry. Now I'm going to introduce you to the characters of the story. The main character is James Roderick Evans. He was a prisoner, then the Secretary of Examination Board, or the Governor of HM Prison Oxford. Fourth, Stephen, a newly recruited prison officer and was an assistant to Mr. Jackson. Fifth, Reverend Stuart McCleary, person from St. Mary Max and a church as an invigilator in conducting exam. Sixth, Mr. Carter, Detective Superintendent. Seven, Mr. Bell, Detective Chief Inspector. I request Pandan to tell something about pre-examination events.
Good morning, everyone. Now I am going to tell about the pre-examination events. The governor of Oxford Prison made an unusual request before the Secretary of Examinations Board for allowing a chap named Evans to apply German examinations. He informed him about Evans attending 9 classes from last September and convinced him about as he was the only one they can easily manage. After some inquiry, Secretary promised to send all forms and stuffs. Governor also ensured him of a person from St. Mary Mass to lead the session before ending the call. Evans was titled Evans the Break by Peters as he had escaped from at 8:30 p.m. on 7th June. Evans summoned the left to wish him good luck. Before leaving, Evans told him that he might surprise everyone this morning. The following morning at 8:30 to Jackson arrived for a checking. At that time, Evans was going to say Stephen should take. Jackson told Evans to remove his hat, pretending it to be lucky. Compassion Jackson allowed. At 8:40, Clary of his bachelor.
What happened? Continue.
Ma'am, Spandan got disconnected.
The same morning at 8:45 a.m., Reverend Stuart McCleary stepped out of his bachelor flat at Broad Street with a suitcase containing his daily essentials. The 2-hour examination was scheduled with the listener. Who is the, it is the governor. Then gets was by Jack.
I think network problem is there. His voice is not audible actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Network problem is there.
Continue, continue. Next, whose turn is there? Otherwise, continue.
Now I, Suraj Kumar Mandal, going to explain the events of during examination. At 9:18 a.m., Governor became clear that exam would be late. McCleary instructed Evans for filling up the detail. At 9:20 a.m., Evans complained about Stephen to be a disturbance, and Jackson took him out, as per Governor's order. Then Governor got a phone call from Assistant Secretary of Modern Languages at 9:40 a.m. about correction. 2 minutes later, Governor heard McCleary speaking about the correction. Then a phone call came to Governor from Magistrates Court for a prison van and prison officers. Stephen paid in the cell through the people dutifully for first quarter of an hour. At 10:50 a.m., Evans asked Governor for a blanket due to parquet condition. After 1 minute, Stephen found the irregularity of Evans with a blanket, but didn't intimate. At 11:20 a.m., McCleary intimated about last 5 minutes. At 11:22 a.m., Stephen received rapid orders from Governor about guiding McCleary to main gates. At 11:25 a.m., Governor heard final exchanges and door clang for last time. Now I request Satyam to explain the events of post-examination.
Thank you, Suraj. Now I'm going to throw some light on the topic post-examination events. Stevens guided McCleary to main gates as per the order. A doubt struck his mind and he went back to during for a last check. He got surprised to see the injured McCleary and shouted. McCleary told he knew about events and told the governor to quickly call the police. Carter, a detective superintendent, arrived and knowing the situation took McCleary with him as per governor's order. Governor guessed from the clues of corrections that events should go to Newbury Ashford and Headington roundabout. Then the governor scolded Jackson and Stephens for their careless attitude. When Stephens reminded him about the order of guiding McCleary to main gate, he told it was fake and he didn't provide any such order. Governor ordered his driver to go to St. Aldale's police station along with Jackson and Stephens. And after reaching there, Mr. Bell. When Governor called to Mr. Bell, Mr. Bell told they would catch him if luck favored. Governor received a call from Carter in which he said McCleary spotted Evans in a car at Elsfield Way, but lost him at Headington roundabout after noting car's number. Governor asked about taking McCleary to hospital, and Carter replied he was admitted at Radcliffe, but on calling to the hospital, they refused to search a person. After the search, McCleary was found tied and gagged at Board Street. Enquiry produced no results at the end. Now I request Sangram to tell something more about post-examination event.
Thank you, Satyam. Now, Evans, after a delicious meal and a relaxed walk at Chipping Northern, went back to hotel from an early night. He found a different receptionist and thought it for the better. He requested the receptionist to call him the early morning at 6:45 a.m. He went upstairs and entering the room, closing the door behind found Governor sitting on the bed. He sat on the only chair and realized his mistake of leaving the correction slip. After being beaten, Evans had a discussion with Governor about the quinine plan, which he enjoyed too. About different method and person involved, the discussion went for some time. After that, Evans and Governor went to the reception where the receptionist and Evans winkled to each other. After that, Evans with two prison officers went in a prison van and turning right from Chipping Northern to Oxford Road, his hands up were open. The driver asked where to move, on to which Evans suggested Newbury. Now I request Jyoti to carry on the further.
Good morning to all. This is Jyoti Ranjan Das of class 12B, and I am going to throw some light on the events about how Ivan managed to escape from the prison. Ivan and his friends had started planning for the prison escape long before. Actually, one of Ivan's friends was visiting him from September onwards, pretending to be his German teacher. Also, on the day of examination, one of Ivan's friends went to prison as McCready. Later on, the original McCready was found tied securely in his study at his flat at Broad Street. The correction slip was also a mischief of Ivan's friend, from which Ivan got information about the name of the hotel, the exact time of examination, and the six-figure range mark in the middle of Chipping Norton. Hence, he got to know which Golden Lion hotel he had to go. Just before the ending of the examination, it was Ivan's friend who called Jackson and ordered him over the telephone to guide McCready to the main gate, thus giving time to Ivan to prepare himself for his act. Moreover, the inflated rubber ring bought by Ivan's friend in his suitcase actually contained pig blood mixed with 3.8% of trisodium citrate to prevent it from clotting. It helped Ivan, pretending to be the invigilator, to show that he was seriously injured. Then, as the injured McCready, Ivan went with Carter to Elsfield Way, and from there he got vanished before being taken to hospital. At the end, when the governor reached the hotel in which Ivan was staying, by the help of the correction slip, Ivan managed to escape from him too. Actually, one of his friends called the governor pretending to be from the magistrate court and asked for one van and two prison officers for remand case. The two prison officers were actually Ivan's friends. Hence, by this way, Ivan managed to escape twice without getting caught. Now, I would like to invite Arman to carry on the further proceedings.
Thank you, Jyoti. This is Arman speaking about the character sketch of James Roderick Evans. Evans was a very cunning, smart type of prisoner. He was also a very jolly fellow and earlier participated in Christmas concerts. He was very good at imitation and non-violent in nature. He was called Evans the Brick as he tried escaping 3 times. He was the cause for tension of all officers. He was very sharp and had knowledge about an easy escape. He understood human psychology well and took almost advantage. He cunning took Stephens out of the cell by complaining him as a distraction. He had made a lot of friends which made him easy escape. Even at last, governor caught him, he escaped again. Next about the character sketch of Jackson. Jackson was a senior prison officer at Oxford Prison. He had war medal attached to his pocket. He did not like Evans as he was smart. He referred him as Einstein. Instead of his dislike, he wished good luck to Evans. His heart was filled with compassion as when Evans refused to take away his hat, as it was only thing which had brought luck to him. Jackson allowed trusting him. He spoke that he would keep an eye on Evans, but later ordered Stephens for the same, which shows his less interest. He also followed governor's order blindly and took Stephens out of the cell without any hesitation, which shows his carelessness. Now about the character sketch of governor. He appeared to be kind-hearted and generous. He arranged O-level exam for a chap who had already tried to escape 3 times. He took every necessary precaution during the exam. He was a just and fair person. He was also very proud and self-conscious. He was very sharp, to which could be seen that he cross-checked every cell. He was also very intelligent, as he understood Kerning plan and traced Evans. He at last did not hesitate to admire Evans' mind-blowing plan. Due to his carelessness, Evans escaped again through the prison van. Now I would like to invite Jyoti for the further proceedings.
Now, I would like to throw some light on the character of Stephens. Stephen is new to his post at Oxford Prison, where he reports to Senior Officer Jackson. Stephen is a bloody, surly-looking man. He was given the duty of keeping an eye upon Evans to prevent him from escaping. He was supposed to sit in Evans' cell during examination, but due to Evans' complaint of being unable to concentrate, he had to leave the cell and check on Evans through the peephole every minute, which shows his strict and suspicious nature. When everything appeared normal, he changed his interval from 1 to 2 minutes. Moreover, when everything appeared, he changed his interval from 1 to 2 minutes. Moreover, when he noticed that Ivan had donned a blanket around his soldiers, he didn't intimate it to his seniors, which shows his lazy and careless attitude. He was also in charge of escorting McClary out of prison to main gate, and feels proud and confident for being given the important task, which shows he follows orders blindly. However, before going to canteen, he decided to do a final check of Ivan's cell, which shows his doubtful nature. Now, let's have a look on the character of McClary. Reverend Stuart McClary was a person at St. Mary Max, who is sent to Oxford Prison to act as an invigilator for Evans' O-level German examination. He had a short and choppy haircut and had a beard. He was dressed with a clerical shirt and collar, round glasses, and a long coat which covered his body well. He initially appears to be a patient and respectable man when Jackson searched him and his briefcase, which shows his gentle nature. However, he briefly loses his cool when Jackson asked him about the semi-inflated rubber ring, and replied trustfully that it helped him to sit for a long time as he had hemorrhoids. Afterwards, the original McClary was found securely tied and gagged in his study at Broad Street. At last, I want to conclude by saying that Evans had tried to escape from the prison thrice. Even after that, the governor trusted him and gave him the platform to appear for German O-level examination. Jackson also trusted him when he permitted Evans to wear the hat out of compulsion and even didn't check it. Stephen also failed to intimate about the irregularity. Hence, we should try to understand and analyze a person before trusting them. It has also been depicted that one's careless attitude drowns one fast. Moreover, we got to see that how Evans had successfully escaped from the secure prison in his fourth attempt. Hence, we get to know that with the use of one's mind and one can overcome any obstacles, and one should keep trying until one gets success.
This is
Over.
presented by Sangram. Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
Thank you for everybody who was present hearing.
Yes. So the PPT was really very nice, and I thank all the 6 participants for choosing a new chapter. It was actually challenging, but you people did give due justice to the chapter, the way you presented, and every minute details were told by you. I think that the children are also benefited out of this. Okay, now all of you turn on your videos for the question and answer round. My first question, what were the objects in that briefcase which was brought by McClary?
Ma'am,
What
ma'am, I
objects?
can say.
Yes.
Ma'am, the objects in the briefcase were a yellow invigilation form, a special authentication card from the examinations board, a paper knife, a Bible, and the church times, and a small rubber a rubber cap that contained pig's blood.
Who is telling this?
Ma'am, Satyam.
Your video is not visible.
Ma'am, I am doing in my PC, so it has no webcam.
Achha, okay. So it was a right answer. Next question. This was Satyam. Okay. My next question, actually during the examination, 2 phone calls came, which were very, very significant. Can you tell me the time of these 2 phone calls and what were told in both the phone calls?
Ma'am, the first phone call, it came at 10:40. It was from the Assistant Secretary of the Modern Languages for the examination. It was about the correction slip, but actually it was a phone call from the Ivan's friend. And the next phone call, it was also one of the mischief of Ivan's friend. It was from the magistrate court, and it asked for a van and two prison officers for the remand case.
Okay. What about the second call? At what time the second call came and what was its significance?
Ma'am, second call, that one about the magistrate court, or you are asking about the second call that came to Stephen?
Yes, during the examination, 2 calls came.
Yes, ma'am.
One call was regarding, yes.
Assistant Secretary of the Modern Languages.
One call, the first call was about the correction slip.
Correction slip, and the second was about the remand case for a van and 2 prison officers.
No.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, the second call was about the means to guide for Stephen to guide McCready from the Ivan cell to the outer gate of the prison, which gave time for Evans to prepare himself for his act.
So, who had done that phone call? Second phone call?
Ma'am, actually it was not the governor, but one of the Evans friend.
Okay. So
he was impersonating and giving order as he was acting as he was a governor.
Actually, one particular officer was asked to take the phone call. Who
yes,
was that?
Jackson. Jackson was asked to take the phone call. Then he forwarded it to Stephen.
So governor wanted whom to just escort McCleary up to gate?
Ma'am, Stephen. He ordered Stephen personally to escort McCleary to the gate.
Okay. Other students, you can also answer that after getting this order, what was the reaction of Stephens?
Stephen felt very proud that Jackson did not get this order, but governor himself told Stephen to do the escort of McCleary, and he joyfully take McCleary out of the main gate without thinking anything.
Okay. Now you tell me, what was there in the correction slip? Highlight on the correction slip. What was about the correction?
Ma'am, correction.
Okay.
Ma'am, the correction slip was about the name of the Golden Lion Hotel.
No, exactly.
He got the information about the Golden Lion Hotel, where he had to go, and then also the 6th number code to find from the map the actual place from the map.
No, I am not asking what was actually the meaning of the correction slip. What was told in that phone call about the correction slip? That is what I am asking.
That is the correction slip was not placed in the question paper folder by some fool, and so the assistant requested the governor to do the same.
No. I am asking what instructions were there for the correction. What things were to be corrected?
Ma'am,
What was the
the
instruction?
the German writing, there's a Jum Golden Lowen. It was written corrected in the question paper, so the correction script contained the right name, that is Jum Golden Lowen.
Acha, okay. Now my next question, Arman, you can try. Those who have not answered, you can try. Otherwise, I will give a 0 in question answer now. You must open your mouth. My next question, when that Evans was wearing a particular hat, and initially when Stephens and Jackson asked him to remove it, what was his reaction? Did he
He
remove
told
it?
that as it bring luck to him, so he can't remove it.
So what was his actual purpose of wearing that hat?
Ma'am, to
His
escape from the
actual
He
prison.
had a bare
yes,
head.
ma'am, to escape from.
He had a bare head which he don't want to show to Jackson, which
Yes,
would
ma'am.
reveal his plan.
He had
So
a
that he can
bare head.
escape easily. It's so that he can escape from the
He can
prison
escape
with that
easily.
plan.
Sorry,
No,
ma'am.
no.
He had cut his hair very
Ma'am,
short.
Evans had
Very
actually
short.
Evans had long hair. Ma'am, actually Evans had long hair, so he wore a hat so that no one can recognize him, not recognize him as McCleary, as McCleary has short hair.
Okay, that was the only purpose, or any other purpose was there?
We
Ma'am,
can
it
exchange
was
him with the mystery, McCary, so that he can escape there from the prison.
No.
So while
Ma'am,
What was
actually,
the
he
other
cut his.
huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Evans had worn that hat for a specific purpose. You talked about that long hair, okay. What was the other purpose? Whether he
Ma'am,
had kept anything inside the hat, whether it was suitable for him to hide anything inside the hat.
Yes, ma'am. He can hide anything that would be injured to the invigilator or the person who is guiding to him.
I don't think you have gone through the chapter properly. He had hidden the makeup materials there. Okay, because of the height of the hat, it was comfortable on his part to hide these makeup materials inside the hat. Okay, leave it. Now, just tell me what was the utility of that semi-inflated rubber tube? When McCleary was denied of using that, what was his reply?
It was because he told that he had been suffering from hemorrhoid, and when he sits for a long period of time, and so that he needed the rubber ring.
And
So,
ma'am, the semi-inflated rubber, it contained pig blood, with 3.8% of trisodium citrate, which prevent the blood from clotting.
okay, what was the purpose of that blood? Why to keep the blood
And
there?
So that Evans could pretend as McCleary, injured McCleary, so
that he
go
could,
out of the prison.
Okay, so he
His face
smeared
will
the
be
blood.
not clearly visible.
Yes, he smeared the blood all over his face because he wanted that his face should not be recognizable. So under the cover of blood, he could not be recognized. Who was he? He pretended that he was the injured McCleary, but he was actually
McCleary.
Evans.
okay. Thank you, Chintan.